I walk my dogs every morning here. It's part of our life. I've been doing it for 10 years and we've gradually seen all the forest and being chopped out. And when I arrived here in the morning, 7 o'clock, everything is normal. And while I was walking around with my dogs, I suddenly saw this military operation happening around me where the roads were all being blocked, signs were being put up, and I realized that SANParks were now going against their word and they were going to start felling the trees in this area. I was in there with my dog and I decided I'm going to stay. We needed to take a stand, otherwise we're going to lose what we've got left.
I received a call during the course of the afternoon to say that there was a group of angry dog walkers standing at the ribbon gate of Lower Forest, and they felt they needed my support. The city manager assured me that this was outside of city jurisdiction. It was SANParks land and a contractor who was felling trees for timber, and that there in fact was no role for the city to play. That the only way that the logging could be stopped, which appeared to be what the citizens required, was that there was going to have to be a legal process that would involve possibly an interdict. The tussle at this point is between community interest and SANParks interest. The group known as Parkscape very effectively and very efficiently are driving the public effort.
Parkscape are a community-based organisation. We have been trying to engage with SANParks for the last 4 months to find out what their plans are for Lower Tokai forest. There was no warning, so that's why Clive King was in the forest on Tuesday morning, because a lot of people walk here before work and they closed the forest at 7:45. This whole storm started. We decided we would have to get legal advice. We would need funds, and that's when we started fundraising in the community.
Came to our attention, or came to my attention, that the subcontractor who was actively felling the trees had been instructed to work throughout the night. That was in direct violation of the City of Cape Town bylaws governing noise, nuisance, etc. I then called law enforcement in to stop the work that was happening overnight.
For us, it's not about the trees, it's about shaded recreation and biodiversity, and a combination and a compromise of the two. As we know this is a plantation, we know that it has to go. We cannot accept that it has to be complete fynbos, because it brings fire and crime right to the urban edge, and SANParks have not given us any idea what their plan is to deal with the fire and the safety for the urban edge. This isn't a wild park like the Kruger Park. This is a buffer zone. It's a park that is on the urban edge, and SANParks need to take into account that these houses are right here and crime and fire will be brought right here.
I've been using the forest for the last 22 years. Running, hiking mainly, dog walking. It's very difficult to find shade under fynbos. I challenge anyone who's chopping down trees to come and walk here on a hot day. Bring your little kid, bring your animals, bring your horses, please. You're gonna fry. We're not asking for the pines. We know that the pines belong to other people. We know that it was a commercial venture. SANParks have made so many promises to us. They were not delivered upon. We were snuck up on. I don't know that I can verbalize the disrespect that they've shown towards us.
Peaceful nature. Even the animals enjoy this place. The forest, Tokai forest. One beautiful place. I come about 4 days per week because it's a peaceful nature. Makes me feel sad and brings anger.
To my knowledge, there had not been public engagement. There had been a few notices dropped into the closest adjacent post boxes. But there certainly had been nothing that amounted to anybody in authority coming to the residents and saying, for whatever reason, we need to fell now. And residents arrived with their dogs in tow to find the park closed off. And being the residents of Tokai as they are, they fairly soon made their displeasure heard. And it's one of the joys, in fact, of working with a community like the Tokai community, is that when there is what is considered a community issue, people band together, they support each other, they support the issue. And that, after all, is what we as a participative government are looking for. We're looking for active citizens who say, I have ownership of my area, I have pride in my area, I enjoy my area, and I will be part of the decision making about how my area develops or doesn't.
Plan now is to continue to get community support, to continue to raise funds, because we don't know what's in front of us. We're ordinary people who just love this particular area for God knows what reason, but we love it. We'll fight the legal routes as hard as we can and do our best for the community.